Hello, boys and girls, mums and dads and caregivers. Thank you for joining. It's another book time with Mrs. Baker, and I have a wonderful book to read today. I'm so glad you can join us. As you can see, here we are with Harold, our friend Wembley, and Mr. Frog. They're all here today, and we're going to enjoy the book called After the Fall. A couple shout outs. Thank you to my mom for getting me a new ring light so you can see me. And I want to just tell you how proud I am of you. These first few days have been a little bit rough with school. So many of you have reached out and spoke and told me about how things were going. Moms and dads have come and talked. So I just want to let you know that each and every day that you go up to school or you stay home to school, I'm thinking of you and I'm proud of you. So if you are ready to listen, I am ready to read. And this is a great book called After the Fall by Dan Sentek. After the Fall, how Humpty Dumpty got back up again. Now, some of you have heard this book before, and you know that there's a very special ending. My name is Humpty Dumpty. This is my favorite spot, high up on the wall. I know, it's kind of an odd place for an egg to be, but I loved being so close to the birds. And then one day, I fell. Remember? I sort of am famous for that part. Folks called it the Great Fall, which sounds a little bit grand because you see, it was just an accident, but it did change my life. Kings County Hospital. Fortunately, all the King's men managed to put me back together again. Well, most of me. There were some parts that couldn't be healed with bandages and glue. Can you see him? He's kind of sad. And I think he was a little afraid to sleep in the top bunk. After the fall. You see, after that day, I was afraid of heights. I was so scared that it kept me from enjoying some of my favorite things. I walked past that same wall every day, and I would think about climbing that ladder again. I really missed the birds and being high above the city, but I could never do it because I knew that accidents could happen. He'd had the experience of an accident happening. Has that ever happened to you? I eventually decided to just settle for watching the birds on the ground. It wasn't the same, but it was better than nothing. And then an idea flew by. Do you see that? What is that, boys and girls? You're right, it's a paper airplane. I think that's going to give him an idea. Can you see the pictures? Making planes was a lot harder than I thought. It was easy to get cuts and scratches. But day after day, I just kept trying and trying and trying until I got it just right. Do you like making paper airplanes? I have a lesson plan that goes along with this book where we make paper airplanes together. And if you ever wanted any of those, you could call or email the library and I'd get you the plans. I have them all ready to go. My plane was perfect, and it flew like nothing could stop it. I hadn't felt that happy in a very long time. It wasn't the same as being up in the sky with the birds, but you know what? It was close enough. But unfortunately, accidents happen. Uh-oh. They always do. But now remember what happened? Where's that going? It's landing on the top of the wall that Humpty Dumpty is very afraid of climbing up again after, the incident. Well, I almost walked away again. But then I thought about all the time I'd spent working on that plane. And then I started thinking about all the other things I had missed because I was afraid of this wall. I decided I was going to climb that wall. Yep. But the higher I got, the more nervous I felt. I didn't want to admit it. I was terrified. Do you hear him climbing up the ladder? I didn't look up and I didn't look down. I just kept on climbing, one step at a time. Up he goes, boys and girls, until I was no longer afraid. Look at that. Now maybe now you won't think of me as that egg who was famous for falling. I'm going to repeat that again because I love that. But hopefully you'll remember me as the egg who got back up. Wow. I'm going to read that again. That is such good writing. Maybe now you won't think of me as the egg who was famous for falling. Hopefully you'll remember me as the egg who got back up. Did you hear that cracking noise? Boys and girls, inside of him the whole time, I learned how to fly. Oh my gosh! Look at that! Thank you. So many of you, when I read this to you in school, noticed that it was a shell breaking open. And some of you wondered if maybe there had been a bird inside Humpty Dumpty this whole time, even the story of when he first fell off the wall. It's an interesting take on the story of Humpty Dumpty, isn't it? Boys and girls, moms and dads and caregivers, I'm so glad you were able to join us for Book Time with Mrs. Baker. It happens every Tuesday, but don't worry. If you want to watch this video again or you want to recommend it to your friends, it's on the website, it's on my YouTube channel, and it's usually on Facebook. So I've really enjoyed having you with me. I do have to say, under the guidelines of fair use, this has been a production of Baker Company in cooperation with Elkins Public Library in the town of Canterbury. It is for educational, not-for-profit use and cannot be copied or sold without written permission of myself, Elkins Public Library, or the town of Canterbury. I am so proud of you. I want to hear about how your first days have been going. So make sure you tell your parents to just stop by the library, or you can send me a message. You know how to get a hold of me. But until then, I just want to let you know I love you and I'm so proud of you.